Wait, you're this way. High five. Can we get a high five?
Wait. Where do I gotta go?
The other way.
This way?
No.
I'm looking at the. Wait. I'm looking at the delayed one. So wait, it looks like we're like dancing in unison.
What reminds?
How'd you get started?
Oh my gosh, I mean, I can't even count how many times people have said, "Oh, like you should stream," and I was like, "Yeah." I don't know what that is.
So many times.
Whatever. Like, I mean,
What?
like a significant. I feel like a significant amount of times to where like I look back and like I'm like, maybe if I probably could have started this a year ago, but I'm glad that I didn't. And I'll tell you.
What?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Like a month ago, or I guess it was, maybe 2 or 3 months ago when I really started like actually thinking about it and, just.
I had nobody tell me to stream. What? Do people not like me?
No, dude, of course people like you. I just didn't know what it
Okay.
was. And so like I jumped in and I was like, I'm just gonna do this. Like I don't know anything about it. Ooh, the headband's coming out.
Yeah. I don't like any of it.
Oh, welcome, Samara.
All of the hair. Sorry,
like-
everyone. It's just what's happening.
I just jumped in and I made a point of making sure that I was like committed to doing this and like knowing that I was like comfortable enough with myself. Like I wasn't gonna go and sit in front of my computer for 4 hours with a camera and a mic and like not be able to be myself.
Oh, you know how comfortable I am with me?
So like that's awesome. And I'm just now getting to the point where like I feel that way, but like a year ago I couldn't.
Oh, you weren't comfortable with you?
Nope.
Oh,
No way.
Are we
No
gonna
way.
go there? Are we gonna hear about it or no?
I mean, I think it was like a switch. Like honestly, it happened really quickly. So, like it was quick.
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
I can't even. I mean, I haven't really like thought about it that much until I sit here and I think about like all of the people, like even all of the people who are in chat like right now, right? Like,
Yes.
like they see me, and that's all they know.
Yes.
Like they don't meet me in person. You know what I mean? And so.
Oh yeah.
Like when I first came into it, I was like, why would I would never come onto this type of platform and like present myself as someone who like doesn't actually exist, you know?
Yeah. I guess if I'm thinking about it, coming and thinking, you've said so many things that are like borderline amazing to me, yet simple. Because no, like thinking about it, there's definitely, I feel like growing up, there was a lot of times where I wasn't entirely myself. Like even coming out of college, coming out of college, I was pretty good. I had a lot of confidence. I was very much myself right then. But like, I don't know, I feel like people go through spells, and it's funny because I actually started streaming on Twitch in a down spell, but I definitely knew that I wanted it to be me 100%. Not like, oh, I want it to be about me, but I want it to be the authentic representation of who I am. And I guess where that came from for me was being an engineer and everything. I hadn't listened to anything. All I did was listen to music and do engineering and play games. And read news articles. Welcome to my exciting life. So there was an article about Elon Musk being on the Joe Rogan podcast. And I was like, oh, I've always wanted to know more about him. And so I went on and I watched the podcast, and I really liked it because I realized that Elon's autistic. And but also like you realize that you get such a false representation of people through the media that you never really get to know, like famous people. You don't really get to know their personalities and what they're like on a personal level. I started paying attention to realize that like a lot of what we see in the media isn't how people actually are. Like celebrities are 100% normal people, and just to like the feeling that I got from watching Joe and his guests be just authentic versions of themselves, I knew that was what I wanted to be doing in my stream, because I wanted to make sure everybody else knew, like, just be yourself. Like, you're perfectly cool and like perfectly likable being yourself as you are. So, I mean, that was something that I wanted to do and bring into my stream.
It's been weird because I moved to Colorado and obviously I didn't know anyone here.
Yes,
so,
no, that's perfect transition, because that's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah. And you were gonna ask about like my transition to Colorado and stuff.
Yes, and being alone and
I mean,
no
so like
family.
I mean,
tough.
it's been weird. I lived in Florida my whole life, and I came to Colorado, didn't know anyone, had never been to Colorado, and like obviously this.
And
is
it wasn't
streaming.
for the weed.
It was not. Yeah, no. And so like I just kind of like, I don't know. I spent a good amount of time just like kind of stagnant, just kind of like existing and not really doing a whole lot. And
I did want to ask what you were doing before you streamed, because you said your hobbies are streaming and snowboarding, and I'm like, well, you don't snowboard all the time.
I don't, and I didn't snowboard in Florida, so
yeah. Wow.
But like leaving, this has actually been like a decent mental struggle, is like leaving college, and like everything I know about college is like it's just gone, right? Like the ease of like making friends doesn't happen as an adult in the real world, in a new state.
Let's go out and hang out at the grocery store and meet people.
exactly. You know what I mean? So I moved from Florida. I came to Colorado for a job, and I was like, first of all, I was like, I need to get out of Florida. Like, I can't stay there ever. Like, I can't. It's just too much. You guys know about Florida Man, so you understand. He's
Florida
real.
Man is real.
He's real. So I came to Colorado. I didn't really know anybody, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mentioned that like I'm kind of an introvert, and like being an introvert obviously makes it harder to, you know, make friends. With that said,
I don't know if I'm your friend. I would
wait,
call
you didn't
a
let me
friend,
finish. You didn't let me finish.
Okay, sorry.
So what I was gonna say was like, with that said, is that like even in the past 2 weeks, like it shifted. It shifted to the point where like your community and like a few other communities that I hang out with on Twitch now, like now those people, like, you guys feel like friends. You know, like I came into this and I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like, I'm just gonna be like silly old me, and like here I am sitting in my apartment by myself talking to my computer. But I'm not just doing that. Like, I'm talking to all of you all, and it's just like this feeling that I can't even describe.
Yes.
And so like kablam, you're talking about randomly found Risa one day browsing Twitch, and so like I'm not someone, like, I'm not a master at video games. Like, I'm not a professional violin player. Like, I'm not a master at any of those things, you know, like, I just do all of these little things, you know what I mean? And, like, I like to throw all of those things in there to, like, have this package, you know?
While we're talking about our weird hobbies that, okay, so you apparently like the 3D printing and the laser work, and I don't know how cool and everything you think it is, but, like, when like you're juggling and playing like the ukulele or the fiddle the violin, I'm like, oh my god, this woman is so talented. It's amazing. Like, how do you do this? And I'm wondering, like, is that how I come off with the like the laser and stuff? Like, I don't know. I don't think that my level of talent for the laser and for printing and modeling and the stuff that I do with my stuff is nearly on the same level as like being not a professional violin player.
But the thing is, like, I find that interesting because I don't know anything about lasers and printing and all that stuff, and like I just get to ask, like, hey, what's a printer, what software do you use, like all of these questions, and you're like super happy to answer them for me. And like that's awesome. Like, you are passionate about it, and you know, it's just,
well, that's
it's just
like
different. The small Twitch community is cool with each other, and they have to be too. Twitch isn't a discovery platform, so you need to unite. That's actually a good point. The fact that, so Dieter, I was gonna ask you about like what it means to be a small streamer and like what it means specifically to do that on Twitch, because it's not a discovery platform. Like the amount of scrolling that you have to do on a game that's you know where you're watching like there's 100,000 people watching. Like what does it mean for you to be at the bottom or near near the bottom or whatever? Like,
come on, Risa, you're cutting into me here.
No, what I mean at the bottom, I just mean like the amount of space, like in terms of like the ratio of people streaming, to viewers and all of those like statistics that go into
2 million
that.
streamers to 15 million viewers.
I mean, you'll hear a lot of people talk about how important social media is when you're a streamer and how to balance that and how it's not necessarily like, treated equally, right? Like the amount of time that you spend outside of your streaming setup, like it's like you can balance that out however you want. The thing that I found, and like personally, like I've never really had a Twitter, like I'm new to that kind of thing, and I'm definitely new to it, into like the space of like streaming and gaming and stuff like that. And so
I'm not sure if we're bad at Twitter or not. I think we're both good, but we both suck.
It's a learning experience. But what I did learn is that there's like, I don't know, there's like, I'm so grateful because I found a lot of people that have joined the community, and I've joined their community, and like I don't know how else I would have found them, because like you said, like Twitch doesn't necessarily provide that. But I also learned really quickly that there's a lot of just like follow for follow, and kind of like that shell that you were talking about, like, and I was like, and what's so weird is that like being the naive little person that I was like, whoa, these people are just gonna like follow me like for free, like bro, I didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
And then I was
like when you don't understand that Twitch is friendship, not viewers.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't know.
These aren't
I had no
mindless
idea.
people.
I didn't know.
Me either.
And I was like, oh, cool. Like I'll just like, all these people are just retweeting all this stuff, and I was like, wait a minute. How likely is it that we'll actually have any interaction? Like,
yes.
Like I don't know. It's just, I don't know. That's why I'm always so grateful to like, welcome Ms. Jazz, what's up? I'm so grateful to like find the cool people.
Don't worry, I wouldn't have let you misstep.
I appreciate that.